Good morning, family and friends. This is Invisible Ink. Once again, I'm here to remind you that it is your life story, and you, my friend, can rewrite it if you want to. Yesterday, we began to embark on a growth journey. Yes, we began to talking about the 15 invaluable laws of growth, and one of the laws that we started talking about was the law of intentionality. And I shared with you that in order for you to grow, in order, for you to become successful at it, whatever it is that you're trying to do, then you have to be intentional. You have to be deliberate because we know that growth doesn't just happen. Now, there are many of you right now, you're excited. Today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, we're coming upon a weekend, and you're excited. And the reason that you may be excited was because you was intentional. You was intentional this week. You were deliberate this week. You got some things done this week. You went to the gym this week. You did your homework. You did your assignments, and you did some things that you said that you knew that you needed to do. You were intentional. You were deliberate about getting those things done. And now you're excited because the weekend is almost here, and you can do some other things that you have a desire to do. But there are others who may not be so excited. You're looking at the calendar and you say, oh man, today Thursday already. It's almost Friday. I wasn't being intentional, but I had good intentions. I didn't do the things that I wanted to do. I didn't finish my assignment. I didn't make the phone call. I didn't go to the gym. I didn't work on what I said I was going to work on. Now that it's almost Friday, you got regrets because you had good intentions. And as we talked about yesterday, good intentions, my friend, it never shows up. And if we are going to grow, if we're going to excel, if we're going to be productive, then we can't have good intentions, but we must be intentional. And once again, being intentional, it means to be deliberate. It means something, that we do on purpose. And we all agree, that there are areas in our life that we need to grow in. There are areas of our life that we need to get better in. So we have to move beyond having good intentions. And we have to learn, my friend, how to be intentional. Now, not only do we have to be intentional as it pertains to growth, not only do we have to be deliberate, if we're going to grow, but another thing that's important as it pertains to our growth is, we have to be in the right environment. You have to be in the right environment to grow. There are some of you, you looking at your life and you looking at yourself and, you think that something is wrong with you and you saying to yourself, man, I've been trying, I've been working hard and I really don't see no growth. I don't really see anything coming out of this. I feel like I'm just stagnated. I'm at a standstill and you getting frustrated and you ready to throw in the towel. Well, before you throw in the towel, let me share a story with you. I remember hearing this story about this archaeologist and this archaeologist, he had discovered an ancient tomb, that belonged to one of the pharaohs. And inside of this ancient tomb, there was various artifacts. There was silver, there were gold. Also, in the tomb, he found some seeds, some corn seeds. Some seeds that was in this ancient tomb. And the archaeologist became curious. He wanted to know, I wonder what will happen if I plant these seeds. So he took the seeds out of the tomb and he planted the seeds by the Nile River. And don't you know that weeks later that those seeds begin to grow? Those seeds begin to produce. Now, what is my point? My point is there was nothing wrong with the seeds. The problem was the seeds was planted in the wrong environment. The seed was in an environment where it couldn't grow. It was buried inside of a tomb. It was buried, in an environment, where there was no life. It was buried in an environment where it was not able to get water. It was not able to get sun. There was nothing wrong with the seed. Within the seed, there was unlimited potential. And the point that I'm trying to make to you today, my friend, is there is nothing wrong with you. Maybe you just planted in the wrong environment. Maybe you're around the wrong people. People who's not able to water you, people who's not comforting you, people who's not counseling you, people who are not giving you good advice. People who are not motivating you and inspiring you, but they doing the opposite. And you think that there is something wrong with you, but there's nothing wrong with you because you, my friend, you have unlimited potential. And you're not going to be able to see that potential until you uproot yourself and put yourself in the right environment. So I want you, to look at your environment today. I want you to look at where you're at today. And I want you to examine some things and say, hold up, what type of environment am I in? Am I at a job that can, that I can grow in? Am I at a job that can take me to the next level? Am I in a relationship that I can grow in? A relationship that I can go to the next level? Where am I at? Because your environment has a lot to do with where you're at right now. Trust and believe. I know. I was surrounded around people that I thought were my friends, and we had a connection in certain regards, but it was based on past. It wasn't based on where I was going, but based on where, I've been. So I was around people who couldn't help me to get to the next level. So I had to uproot myself. And I had to start surrounding myself around people, who was able to help me and assist me to get to where I was trying to go and not take me back to where I was. What type of people are around you? Do you have the type of people around you that all they want to do is take you back down memory lane? The only conversation that they had is, man, I remember this. I remember this. I remember when we used to do that. Because if you have those type of people around you, then you're not going to grow. You're not going to get far. If anything, my friend, you're going backwards and not forward. So you have to examine your circle. You have to examine the people that you're around. You have to examine the environment that you're in. Because you're not going to grow unless you're planted in the right environment. Unless you're getting the tools that you need, the wisdom that you need, the guidance that you need that's going to assist you in your growth. So, my friend, I just want you to be encouraged today. Yes, today is Thursday, and I know there's a lot of things that you wanted to do starting of the week, but you didn't do. But there's no need for you to beat yourself up. Start right now. Be deliberate today. Don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today. Don't say, well, I'm going to wait till Monday, the week almost over. I'm just going to relax for the rest of the weekend. No, that's the wrong mindset. Once again, you're still having good intentions and you're not being intentional. You're not being deliberate. You can't change what was. But you have the now. What are you going to do right now? What are you going to do in this moment right now? What are you going to do in this second right now? Because that's all you have is now. But you have to make your now count. You have to make it count. I was reading a passage in the Bible today in Ecclesiastes 9 and 10, and it says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do with all thy might. It said, whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever it is that you're driven to do, it say, do with all thy might. And that means give it your all. Give it your all. Be the best that you can be at it. So whatever it is that you have a desire to do, I want you to ask yourself this question: am I giving it my all? Or is there something more that I can do? And for me, personally, I believe that I can always give more. I believe that I can always do more. I believe that there's always room for me to get better. There's always room for me to grow. So I want you to be encouraged, my friend. And whatsoever your hand finds to do, do with all your might. Don't drag your feet. Don't give it 20% or 50%. Give it 100%. I remember there was a song that said 99 and a half, it just won't do. We need 100% from you today. This is Invisible Ink. And I just want to remind you, it's your story. And you can rewrite it if you want to. Be blessed.